Hello, everybody. Have you missed Mildly Interesting? That's great. It's good to have you here. We'll begin with number 19. Ripped sticker looks like a grimacing face. Okay, from the thumbnail, I was like, wait, it just looks like a sticker of a guy, like, shaded. Is this really just a sticker that you tried to rip off of something that refused to come off? Because why make a product that has a sticker that's easy to come off? That would be crazy. Because then someone would, I don't know, steal the sticker, get rid of the important information before it's actually sold, and then that's why they don't want to make it easy to come. Oh, I hate it so much. But that's mega pareidolia. Holy heck. It actually just looks like it's a sticker that's designed to look like a person's face with negatives. Like it's got like the nose hole right there, and then a little and then like the dimply or wrinkly at the nose, and that's kind of wild, man. These are the kind of wrinkles that I'm gonna have when I get a little older. My dog very gently brought me a turtle. I'm glad that your dog did it very gently. Otherwise, if you hadn't specified, everyone in the comments would be like, what the frick? Your dog killed a turtle! I can't believe your dog is so mean! Hopefully the turtle shell did a good job at repelling any teeth or anything like that. Although I will say, I don't see any parts of the turtle that would confirm that the turtle is alive. It is either very, very in its shell, or maybe it was just the shell. But I hope it's okay. And your dog didn't, hockey it around beforehand when you couldn't see. The color difference in my hands after donating blood. I'm sorry. It's very honorable to donate blood. I can't do it. Oh, man. And this doesn't help with it at all. I can't do that. Like, that's just, I don't know. Is that normal? I would think that it is. You've just had pints of red stuff removed from one of your arms, so therefore it would probably look a little bit more pale. I don't know how many pints you donate usually in one go, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, I haven't had a blood test in like a couple of years. I probably should, but it's just every time I think about it, I get like a little queasy because needles and extracting blood, and I'm so gonna die from something preventable just because I can't deal with needles. My mom's pill full of little circles. Oh, actually what this is just, shrinkflation has gotten really out of control. This is just the new Funyuns package. So same price, same amount of Funyuns as the old one. Just ignore the fact that they're slightly smaller. But this is the world that we live in. And, quick consumption. If you want to just swallow the whole package, you can do that too. We offer you that option if you're just looking for some quick consumption. That's all. A post that wants to be liked and shared. This is extremely meta. So please like and share this post, and someone posts the post, and people like and share the post, and then it becomes the top of the last month on Mildly Interesting, which I guess I could have done top of the last year, potentially, because it's been a while since we've done Mildly Interesting. That would have made it more interesting. If we'd done top of the year, it would have been too interesting, probably. So I wonder if there's like a hidden QR code on here, and someone, presumably an influencer, put the sign on the post in the hopes someone would do this, or did it just as a social experiment. Now they're going to make a video, and they're like, I put this crazy sign on the post, and you'll never believe what happened. It became top 19 on Lay Reddit. A road printer I spotted walking down the street, printing cobblestone. Road printer. Wait a minute, dude. Hold on a minute. I have seen this name shared. I swear to God, I've seen it on our subreddit, Danjord, because every time someone sees the name Jordan or Jardon in public, inevitably one of these people puts it onto the Kevin Sparkles subreddit. They're like, I found there are other people in the world who are named Jordan, and this guy took Jordan and then he reversed it. Wowie zowie. And so here we go. Yes, it's a cobblestone generator, IRL. I played enough Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to know that this is definitely the way that you get air to get to the secret tape. All right? That's the real reason for this. Tick on a tick that was on my dog. Speaking of donating blood, this one's more unwilling. Bro is like, why work hard when I can work smart? I don't need to go for the big target when I can just follow my brethren into battle and I can extract the blood from the other tick. I wonder how much this sort of tick infighting takes place in the world where a tick just goes, I can extract the blood from my friend instead of the larger animal. I've never been bitten by a tick before, and I'm just terrified of it ever happening because, like, all of a sudden you can get Lyme disease, or all of a sudden you can just be allergic to meat. Sorry, can't eat meat anymore because some little frick just bit you and extracted your blood. He might have extracted your blood, but he inserted your inability to eat meat anymore. Where do I just have to never travel to other parts of the United States, I guess, and then I will avoid this. The size difference between my coworkers' vehicles. I like how they've embraced the Hot Wheels funniness of the smart car. You know what? Another thing that would be funny is a BAC mono lined up next to big truck, because the mono would like go up to here, midway up the smart car. It would be longer, not by that much, about midway. Might even be more of a stark contrast, to be fair. Because that seems like it has some serious clearance. I don't know if they've added larger wheels to that thing. You know, it's got some sidewall to it. Maybe not larger wheels, but larger tires. Definitely sidewall. And then, yeah. Dang, dude. There's no front overhang on these freaking things. There's zero front overhang. This thing could take a driveway. This thing could take a wall without scraping. Kind of envy that, man. I kind of envy that. I mean, this is just standard truck size now, though. That's just how they are. There's nothing unusual about this. I don't know how anybody fits their trucks in their garage if you do not have an absolutely gargantuan garage. It's like, I don't get it. I do not get it. It seems my wife and I use soap very differently. I mean, you know, one person... well, assuming that these bars of soap started on the same day, and then you continued with the same amount of usage and the same amount of hand washes, then I guess this would be a good experiment. But if this could just be one bar of soap started, like this is a fresher bar than this bar, you know, you're not synced up on the same schedules, and yeah, it's not entirely evidence of a particular sort of behavior, but it's soap. From the Google, yes, some ticks, especially males, may feed on other ticks, particularly engorged females. This is very helpful information for all of us to be aware of. Lovely. Good times. Hashtag men. Bro. There are so many species, though, where women are, like, way bigger than the mans. Right? Like snakes. So much bigger, dude. The woman snakes, they could absolutely just obliterate the man snakes. And the woman ticks could crush the man ticks with their body full of blood. Black widows, gigantic. Black widow could probably, like, take me down, dude. They're way too big. Holy frick. California poppies taking over an empty parking lot. This is what happens. Nature does find a way when you don't maintain the piece of land. Eventually, most of the world would end up not necessarily with poppies, but with some kind of vegetation getting completely overrun by it everywhere if not maintained, because entropy, well, I guess it's entropy in a way, but it's also organization in terms of the plants themselves, but entropy in the sense of, like, the human thing is decaying and it's not going to stay that way. And, you know, If you left your house and nobody ever touched your house for like 30 years, the inside of your house would probably have a bunch of plants growing in it. So anyway, hopefully there's no housing shortage around here where this parking lot could be used, but nobody's willing to actually use it to build the houses. God, it's crazy in downtown LA, especially the amount of just parking lots that exist right in the center of a massively urban area. That's like, how is this the most profitable thing that could be here? There's freaking Joe. Joe's the parking lot guy, okay? I don't know if Joe owns parking lots in other cities, but Joe is like the LA parking lot guy. And I'm just like, I don't know why Joe doesn't just take the buyouts. Like, I'm sure that Joe is rolling in parking fees on a monthly basis, or Joe's kids or grandkids. But at what point do you just go, enough is enough for kind of having to worry about paying the property taxes and some degree of maintaining the facilities and enforcing parking violations? At what point do you just go, I've got all these freaking lots in the middle of downtown LA. Why don't I just cash out for like $500 million and chill? That's what I would do, but I never would have owned the parking lots to begin with, most likely, because I don't like owning property. I suffer through owning a primary home only because I like to park cars. 1 year ago today, I saw I had a singular white eyelash, and now it's approximately 20% of lashes on my right eye. Cruella DeVille, is that you? I mean, maybe you're just going gray. Dude, it is noticeable. The sides of my head now. Especially now that it just got cut, I look in the mirror and we're getting the serious salt and pepper, especially like here on the side. You might be able to really start catching it on camera in the stream. Oh man, dude. Oh man, it's like it's really starting to materialize. It's starting to feel real. The Bojangles near me has started using AI to order. We are now using AI. Please speak loudly and clearly and wait for Belinda's response. I love it when they always have to name it, right? Belinda. It's got to be a name that kind of like lines up with the name of the restaurant as a mascot name. It couldn't just be like, I don't know. It couldn't just be Meg or Jackie. Belinda. I thought Jackie because Jackie and Shadow, the Eagles, and now one of the eaglets is flying and then the other one is still not flying. What are you doing, Gizmo? You gonna take off? You were only hatched like 4 days later. It's been like 4 days. Come on, Gizmo. You're lagging behind. You've seen everybody else flying. It's time for you to fly. You were doing your flappies. You just haven't taken the plunge off the edge of the nest. Okay, anyway, I'll leave Gizmo alone. I don't know how I went from the discussion about AI to freaking eagles, but anyway, I mean, this is going to be more and more widespread. It's going to keep happening. Eventually, it's going to be like, if you call any sort of customer service, it's going to be 100% AI. The problem is, for so many people at this point, the only time that you call into customer service is when you have an edge case. I make it my purpose to never have to call customer service for any reason. The only time I do is when I have a very unique edge case that has to be worked out. And AI is generally not going to be able to handle that edge case. So that's what's kind of terrifying about it. I just can't see a world where AI gets smart enough to really be able to tackle a weird scenario, you know? My blood vessels pick up more dirt. What? What? I don't, huh? It's a couple things. Okay. If this isn't just like you specifically kind of painted on to your blood. You just kind of took charcoal and you like embellished your blood vessels. It means that either you have like indentations where your blood vessels are, your skin is somehow like sticky on the surface of where your veins and stuff are, or you were injected with dye for like a freaking MRI, and that's not dirt. I don't know, man. I'm not so sure. Or you spent too much time around those 5G towers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I have a feeling. Too worried to check the comments. I saw comments on YouTube about people talking about the comments on Reddit, being like, I wish you'd look at the comments because the comments are insightful, but I feel like I'm scared to look at the comments because sometimes the comments say bad words, and then that's bad when the comments say bad words. But there might be comments talking about medical potential things happening in this scenario, is what I feel like might be the case. Anyway, Kermit the Frog was the commencement speaker at the University of Maryland today. This is going to be my mildly interesting thumbnail. I like how they've added this additional part of the podium here in order to house Kermit's briefcase. Also very curious for the people who are like, for this lady right here, who's just sitting, behind the podium. I wonder if that just looks a little like, I don't know if I want to see that. I feel like I would want to be in the crowd watching Kermit as I have seen Kermit from a very young age, and I wouldn't want to be just behind the podium looking at the guy like doing the whole thing. I just wouldn't want to see that. I don't want to see that. What guy? You're right. What guy? That's just Kermit's briefcase. It's a very big briefcase. And I look forward to Santa coming down my chimney and delivering me some presents later on this year. And unfortunately, it's been a long time since the Tooth Fairy, because at this point, if I needed the Tooth Fairy, I would have to go to the dentist to replace that tooth. But you get the idea. The bleach stain on my shirt looks like a man holding a spear. It does kind of look like it was just a logo, like a Ralph Lauren kind of knockoff logo that just came off in the wash over time or something like that. Little do we know that's actually what happened. Okay, I swear to God, since we're on the topic of pareidolia, I swear there is a tile in the bathroom that looks like a side profile of the Grinch. And I see it every time I sit to take a poo. It's like the side profile of the Grinch on the tile here. I mean, you need a picture? I'll try to get a picture and bring it onto my PC at some point. But I don't know. I don't know if it actually is Grinch-like enough to make it to pareidolia. Maybe it's Mandela effect where I'm like thinking it looks Grinch-like, but I've even sat on the pooper and like looked up How the Grinch Stole Christmas and compared it, trying to get a shot that actually like is properly aligned to the Grinch. I couldn't find a precise one, but anyway. There's a Wi-Fi symbol on my potato as I was peeling it. That this is when they say that you've got a potato router, this is actually what they mean. So, really great signal. Good job transmitting the internet. You're right. This is one of those AI potatoes that was delivered by Bolinda after you placed the order and you spoke incorrectly and not clear enough. Woke up from a nap and my pupils are two different sizes. I mean, I feel like this could happen if you just kind of kept one eye closed and the other open. I don't know if I'm the only one here, but when I go pee-pee in the middle of the night, this is a different bathroom, so I'm not seeing the Grinch this time around. Also, it's more of a poo occasion than a pee occasion when I see the Grinch, because like the Grinch is, I'd have to be sitting on the toilet to face him. So anyway, but when I go to the bathroom, in the middle of the night. This requires, okay, everybody in the chat right now is going, this is not a good thing. This requires going to the hospital. But what I was going to say is that when I go to the bathroom, I close one eye because I'll turn on the light so that I don't, miss terribly, right? Keep one eye closed. And then that way, once I close the light and I walk back to bed, then I can open the other eye and I can actually see, because otherwise it's pitch freaking dark. And in that scenario, my eyes would look like this. But self-induced, if this was not self-induced, then maybe not a good thing. My city's landfill gives me Windows XP vibes. It does look very Windows XP, along with the ultra compression that has taken place on this image that makes it look like it was resaved like 500 times. But it almost looks like you have the taskbar down here. Like if you're in the thumbnail, it almost looks like this is just some, I don't know, you have pop-ups going on your taskbar down at the bottom, like you've downloaded one too many toolbars, and then the rest of the desktop is there. And now the top mildly interesting for the last month is my dog kind of looks like an oil painting in this photo. I think your dog is melting. You should probably go help. Your dog might be trapped in between the two window panes if you have double paned glass and is melting because the sun is shining directly on the window panes and your dog is sandwiched in between. Is this a wolfhound? I feel like it might be, but I don't know for sure. It's a Barozzi. Oh, I thought you guys just were naming it Barozzi. I didn't realize that's the type of dog is a Barozzi. You guys know dogs pretty well. Pretty sure it's a dog. Borzoi? Oh, someone said a Barozzi and I read it that way, but it's a Borzoi. Borzoi that sounds like an extraterrestrial race or something. I'm sure it's just a, different language, but Borzoi is like, I would envision someone coming off of the flying saucer and being like, hello, we are Borzoi. We come in peace. Hopefully they come in peace. Anyway, that's it for the last month. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.